What we do is we control congestion by using a variable toll. So the price of the toll goes up as congestion increases during the AM rush hour or the PM rush hour. The toll rates on 595 are similar to I-95 in Miami-Dade. They're determined by the density of vehicles that are using the lane. So as the density of the vehicles, as more vehicles get into the lanes during your rush hour times, the toll rate goes up. We needed to look for options where we could provide people with a reliable commute without going out and buying right away, impacting businesses or impacting the adjacent residential communities. So one way we found to do that was to add the additional capacity through managed lanes. That gives people a reliable option whether they're going to work or whether they're coming home from work and picking up their kids. They have an option, they can get in the managed lanes, pay the toll that's displayed, and they're guaranteed basically a reliable trip. What we're offering the public is a reliable travel time. So for example, if you have a child in daycare and they tell you, okay, it's $1 a minute if you're late. Well, would you rather pay the toll and get in the express lanes and have an option to have a reliable trip, or maybe get stuck in traffic and congestion and be there 15 or 20 minutes late? So it just provides a travel option for those people who would like to use it for those long distance commuters. It gets them in the express lanes, and then it frees up a lot of additional capacity in the general purpose lanes for the rest of the traveling public.
If the demand is there and so many people were to get on there, we bring the price up to the point that we discourage any further people to come in the facility. Therefore, we're keeping the flow going. We keep the traffic moving at a good speed. And it's important because if we keep the traffic moving at a good speed, we're moving a lot of vehicles. If there were no express lanes and they weren't moving those vehicles more efficiently and getting them down the road, they'd all be in the general purpose lanes and furthering the congestion for those people who are not choosing these express lanes. Managed lanes through the means of tolling allows us to actually manage the flow in the lane and keep it from breaking down and going into a stop and go condition.
Well, I think the express lanes are great because there's so many times I'm running close and I have to be on time, especially for my work. So I'll take them just to make sure I get there on time.
It's well needed. It's a well needed asset for South Florida. It's amazing the amount of time you can save when you get on the express lane.
Well, I think it's awesome that the express lanes have just opened up. I grew up in the area, and riding on State Road 84 for all these years on just 2 lanes, it was getting kind of cramped pretty quickly. Now that it's opened up, the flow of traffic is much smoother, it's much easier. I really enjoy using the express lanes. If I have to get a contract out to Weston from Fort Lauderdale, instead of taking 35, 45 minutes, now I can get there in less than 10. It's almost quicker than an email.
Creo que ha sido lo mejor para la comunidad. Yo siempre la cogía antes y estaba siempre en demora media hora, y ahora creo que va a ser muy rápido y voy a poder llegar a punto donde tengo que llegar. No me interesa gastar $1, $2 o $3 porque a veces la congestión es demasiado terrible por la mañana o por la tarde, y llegar a punto para mí es muy importante.